Let's do Rob Walker's Vinyl Tag 2022. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to this video where I do Rob Walker's Vinyl Tag for 2022. If you're not familiar, basically a vinyl tag is a list of questions, for want of a better phrase. Is, you know, show me this, show me that, and it's just a way of showing off your vinyl collection, showing off a few things you've bought in the last year, and it's just a nice video idea that lots of members of the vinyl community take part in. This year Rob Walker was first to the gun with starting one, and he's asked 22 things to be shown for 2022. Firstly, a quick word about Rob. I've spoken about him many times on the channel, but check out his channel, basically. Great guy, great videos, great sense of humour. Particularly if you're British, you'll get his sense of humour. I think some Americans struggle, but the Brits should get him. Yeah, highly recommend. There will be a link to his original video down below, so that will obviously take you to his channel anyway. Okay, but without any more ado, question, I'll call them questions. Number one was, show your favourite album purchased in 2021. It could be an album that was actually released in 2021, or a reissue, or just something you've bought in 2021 that's decades old even. Couple of contenders for the new albums. Tempted by Shaun Ryder's album, because that was a surprise how good that was. Lottery Winner's latest album is definitely really strong. Damon Albarn's album is very strong. Those were sort of the main contenders, but there's sort of one release that just overshadowed everything for me. It's probably, people who know me are probably thinking it's one album. It's not, but it is related. Much as I loved Welcome to America, it's still not A-grade Prince, but what is A-grade Prince was the Record Store Day release of The Truth, his largely acoustic album. Absolutely superb album, superb release. So that was my favourite album of 2021. Question number two is, show a record of the first artist you've seen live. The first act I saw live was Shakin' Stevens, as I've mentioned a number of times. I think it was 87, it might have been 89 that I saw him. But it was at Portsmouth Guildhall. And so this is the Bop Won't Stop. Basically, I just reached into my shaky and pulled out whatever I grabbed, and it was this one, which just happens to be my favourite shaky album, which is probably why it was jutting out a little bit more than the others, because I have shown it fairly recently. But yes, that's The Bop Won't Stop by Shakin' Stevens. Number three was show a duo. So I've gone with the Magnificent Proclaimers. This is Sunshine on Leaf. Great, great album. Includes I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles, Sunshine on Leaf, It's Saturday Night, and lots of other great songs. Question four is, show an album in the shrink. Lots of mine are in the shrink because I keep the shrink on if there's hype stickers. This is an old album that when I bought was still sealed, so I thought I'd show it for this one. I've actually got two examples of this, but not this album, but of where I bought an old album and it was still sealed. But the one I'm going to show, as it's a bit more unusual, is Jesse Johnson's Every Shade of Love, which Jesse Johnson was guitarist in The Time, Prince's protege band, you know, sort of the other band in Purple Rain. So when I saw this in RPM Records in Southsea for £10, I thought, oh, I'll have that. And as I say, it was still sealed tight. Well, not too tight, if you see what I mean, but, you know, completely sealed. But I opened it to play it. It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Question 5 is, show a concept album. I had to go with Promenade by The Divine Comedy. So this is my favourite Divine Comedy album. Divine Comedy are my favourite band. This is an album about two lovers at the seaside, basically. It sort of follows their day, getting ready to go out, the excitement of going out, their dates in a bookshop, and then having something to eat, and then going to the fun fair, and going to the pictures, getting caught in the rain, and going to the summer house where they used to play as a kid, going for a swim, getting drunk, and then sort of hints at consummating their relationship at the end. But yeah, great album, great story, masterpiece. Question 6, show an album I haven't played yet. So what I've picked is, I've sort of got a big stack of to listen stuff, but I've also got my stack of albums for my first listen to classic album series. So I thought I'll show you the next one that's in there, which hopefully I'll get done in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But it's Public Enemy's It'll Take a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. Question 7, a discovery from 2021. My discovery from 2021 is actually the same as Rob Walker's discovery from 2021. This was an album I listened to as part of my first Listen to Classic album series, and it is the wonderful Solid Air by John Martin. Just a fantastic album. Made me want to just get everything John Martin's done, and I'm slowly doing that. I've picked up maybe half a dozen more now, of which I've listened to 2 more. None of them compare to this. This is a masterpiece, but they're all so far really enjoyable. But yeah, John Martin is my discovery. Question 8 was a live album. I'd written down another one I was going to show, but as I was grabbing stuff, this sort of leapt out at me, and I thought, oh, I'll show this. So this is Jimi Hendrix's Band of Gypsies, recorded live New Year's Eve 69 into 70 at the Fillmore East in New York. And this is a lovely bit of vinyl and a really strong live album. Question 9 is a record from someone from another continent. So the easy choice would be to pick somebody from America, since I'm in Europe. But I've actually gone around the other side of the world and to the Antipodes. And of course, Miss Kylie Minogue. So this is the picture disc version of her Golden album. And very nice it is too. Question number 10 is a record with the price sticker still on it, and I've taken that to mean the original price sticker. You know, if I've bought something from somewhere and they've provided a sleeve and that's got the price on it, I leave it in that anyway. But I've taken this, as I think the intention was, you know, the original price sticker. So this is Bruce Willis's The Return of Bruno, and it's got the £5.49 Virgin Chart LP sticker on it and a hype sticker. And this is also another one that's still in the shrink, but this wasn't sealed when I bought it. Actually on the same day as the Jesse Johnson one. But yeah, there you go. But yes, I do like when they got the original stickers on. It's always interesting to see where they've come from, how much they originally cost. Question 11 is show a punk or new wave album. So I've grabbed Blondie's debut album, Ex-Offender, Image Sun, Man Overboard, and lots of other good stuff, and not so good stuff from there. Question 12, show a box set. Well, plenty to choose from. I thought I'd quickly show this one again. It's a long time since I've shown it. So this is Slade, Feel the Noise, the singles box. 10 ultra rare internationally released 7-inch singles, including one extremely rare 7-inch promo copy, strictly limited edition box set. So it doesn't say how many and it's not numbered. And inside I have "Because I Love You, My Life is Natural," "Take Me Back Home, Wondering Why," "Mama, We're All Crazy Now, Man Who Speaks Evil," "Goodbye to Jane, I Won't Let It Happen Again," "Come and Feel the Noise, I'm Me, I'm Now, and That's All," "Squeeze Me, Please Me, Kill 'Em at the Hot Club Tonight," "My Friend Stan and My Town," "Every Day, Back with Good Time Gals," "Far, Far Away," and "Okay, Yesterday Was Yesterday." And the promo is "Night Starvation," and when I'm dancing, I ain't fighting. Number 13, show an album with a sporting theme. Now, if it was CDs, then I would be showing Duckworth-Lewis Method's 2 albums. These are both cricket-themed albums. If it was 7-inch singles, I could show "This Time We'll Get It Right" by the 1982 England World Cup squad, or "Hotshot Tottenham" by the 1986 Tottenham Hotspur FA Cup finalist squad with Chas and Dave, or even "Diamond Lights" by Glenn Hoddle and Chris Waddle. But because it's an album that's been requested, the only one that sort of fits that category in my collection is "Sports" by Huey Lewis and the News. Which is a decent album. I prefer 4, but it is a strong album. Okay, next is show number 14, a jazz album. My jazz albums are quite hard to get hold of, so I've pinched another one out of the to listen to pile for my classic album series, and it's "Mingus by Charles Mingus. I do have some Charles Mingus that I have heard and enjoyed, but this classic album is to appear in that series at a later date, but it was the easiest one to grab. 15, show a best of album. I thought I would show this one. This is Lloyd Cole and the Commotions, 1984 to 1989. So I bought this because I'd seen Ross Goodall talking a lot about Lloyd Cole and the Commotions, and I thought, when I saw this for £5, I think it was, yeah, £5 in a slice of vinyl, I thought, oh, I'll grab that. Really enjoyed it, and have subsequently bought all the Lloyd Cole and Commotions albums and one of his solo albums. Number 16 is show an album cover with 8 or more people on it. So I've gone for Pulp's Different Class, masterpiece of an album. So this, when this was originally released, this, I'm not sure about the vinyl, but certainly on CD, this was cut out, and you had a series of cards inside and you could choose the cover. This was sort of a default cover, and it has become the cover for the album. But it's, as you can see, it's a wedding snap, and it has, I think I counted 10 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, no, 12 real people, and then cutouts of the 6 members of Pulp. So, depending on whether you include those as people or not, there's either 12 or 18 people on that cover. More than counts. Number 17, show a soundtrack. Within the last couple of months, I showed all my soundtrack albums in a video. If you want to see that, look back on my channel. Rather than fish through one of those, as it happens, I listened to a soundtrack album this morning, so that is what I will show, and it is Mary Poppins. Just a classic soundtrack. 18, show some VCLT. So VCLT is the Vinyl Community Love Train, and it's basically where members of a vinyl community send each other records. The first bit of VCLT I got was actually from Rob Walker, so I'm going to show you something that was in that little batch. And he sent me 2 Eric Clapton albums, which sort of started my Clapton collection. And one of them was August. She's got Tearing Us Apart behind the mask on there. The best known songs from that. Very strong album. And thank you again, Rob. Number 19, show an album with no writing on the cover. So I will show Alicia Keys' album Alicia, which, as you can see, has no writing on the cover. It did have there was a sticker on the shrink to indicate what it is, but no writing on the cover. Number 20, show a 7-inch single. So I'm going to show the first 7-inch single I ever bought with my own money, and it is Wunderbar by Tenpole Tudor. I know I bought this in Littlewoods in Gosport. I can distinctly remember they had their display with the top 40, then the new releases, I think it is, at the bottom, and then underneath they had songs that were no longer in the charts and they were reduced, and this was in amongst them. So I'm guessing it was sort of just not long after it charted, which would make it 1981, so I would have been 6. Why I picked this, I don't know. I don't think I knew the song. I'm guessing I had a certain amount of money. This was in the right price range and I liked the cover. But as it was, this became the first single I ever bought. Number 21, show a coloured vinyl. If you know my channel, you know I'm a sucker for coloured vinyl. Probably about half my collection is coloured vinyl. I decided to show Thomas Truax's All That Heaven Allows album. I really like Thomas. If you don't know him, he's a very eccentric singer-songwriter, makes his own instruments, very quirky, yeah, but lots of fun. And the reason I picked this one is because it's one of the prettiest. And then number 22, show an album from 40 years ago, 1982. I had quite a few I could have chosen from. There was, you know, I could have shown Prince albums for lots of these, but I didn't want to show too much Prince. So I decided to show Joni Mitchell, Wild Things Run Fast. This was her 1982 album. Not peak Joni, but definitely worth anybody's time, because she is a genius. Lionel Richie guests on here. That's a picture she painted of her with him. I'm sure there's somebody else. Other than, you know, band members like Wayne Shorter. I could have sworn there was another guest. Big star, maybe not. I might be thinking of a different album. Yeah, no, it's just Lionel. Ignore that. But yeah. So that's it. Those are my 22 responses for Rob Walker's vinyl tag. I hope you found that interesting. Thanks again, Rob, for doing it. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.